Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this presentation I will teach you how to prepare for an NHS midwife interview. So if you are applying to work in the NHS as a midwife, make sure you stay tuned because I promise to help you pass your interview at the first attempt. And to achieve that goal, this is what I will cover in this presentation. Number one, I will tell you which NHS midwife interview questions you should prepare for. Number two, I will give you two very important tips for answering each of those interview questions correctly. Number three, I will then give you a unique top scoring answer to each NHS midwife interview question. And then finally, number four, I will tell you where you can download these slides plus my 23 brilliant answers to NHS midwife interview questions. And just very quickly, if you are new to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am here to help you progress throughout your NHS career. I can only do that if you are subscribed, and please give the video a like because that tells me you find these tutorials useful and that motivates me to create more content for you. Thank you very much. So the first NHS midwife interview question you should prepare for is, tell me about yourself. Here are two important tips and I will then give you that top scoring answer. Tip number one, make sure you practice your answer before you attend your interview. This is important because you must come across as a confident communicator who has the skills, knowledge and experience to be a competent midwife for the National Health Service. And tip number two, in your answer, talk about your strengths, educational background, highlights of your career to date and what you plan to do in the role of midwife for the NHS if they hire you. So here's my top scoring answer to help you pass your interview. Here we go. Tell me about yourself. I am a confident, competent and knowledgeable midwife who gets on well with everyone, can act on my own initiative and has good observation and reaction skills. After graduating from university with a degree in midwifery, I spent several years building my experience in a busy healthcare environment. In my previous midwifery role, my manager praised me for my emotional and mental strength, ability to reassure expectant mothers, and overcome challenges with calmness and reassurance. I have also spent time helping junior and inexperienced midwives integrate into the healthcare team, demonstrating my selfless attitude and collaboration skills. If you employ me in the NHS as a midwife, I will uphold your values in all my work and ensure working practices, policies and procedures are always adhered to. So that is a really strong answer to that first NHS midwife interview question. Tell me about yourself. Now you can either pause the video if you want to and write down the questions and answers as we work through them together. But if you want to wait, I will soon tell you where you can download these slides and my full set of 23 brilliant answers to difficult NHS midwife interview questions in a PDF guide. Here is interview question number two. Why do you want to be a midwife? Tip number one, in your answer to this common NHS midwife interview question, give several reasons why you have chosen this highly rewarding career. And tip number two, great reasons for wanting to be a midwife include, it is a career for life, you get to witness some amazing things, no 2 days are ever the same, and you will also work alongside other passionate and committed healthcare professionals in the NHS. So here's my top scoring response to help you pass your interview. Why do you want to be a midwife? I have wanted to be a midwife ever since I was young. I have held a long passion for midwifery and have studied hard to achieve my goal. It is one of the most rewarding careers you can have, and because I am a people person, my interpersonal and communication skills are very well suited to the role. I also want to be a midwife because it is a career for life. I will get to collaborate with other caring and hardworking healthcare professionals, and there is the opportunity for progression to a more senior position, which I plan to apply for once I have gained the necessary experience in the NHS. So that is another top scoring answer to help you pass your interview. Now, don't go anywhere because I still have more questions and answers to give you, but when you're ready, click the link in the top right hand corner of the video. Head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download these slides plus my full set of 23 NHS midwife interview questions and top scoring answers in a PDF guide. But here's the next question to help you prepare for your midwife interview in the NHS. Why do you want to work for the NHS? Here are 2 important tips. Tip number 1. The NHS is an incredible organisation, but the work is demanding and challenging. It is not for everyone. Therefore, you must give genuine and valid reasons why you want to work there. And tip number 2, good reasons to give for wanting to work in the NHS include: it is passionate about continuous improvement, has great workplace values, and the people who work there are all amazing. Here's my top scoring answer to help you. Why do you want to work for the NHS? I want to work for the NHS because the people in the organisation are caring, supportive, genuinely want to make a difference in their work and strive to be the best they can be. I want to work in the NHS because your values align with mine and no 2 days are ever the same. Finally, I want to work in the NHS because it is constantly improving and developing, meaning I will get to contribute to the future of midwifery. That's a brilliant top scoring answer that's going to help you pass your midwife NHS interview at the first attempt. Here is the next question I recommend you prepare for. How would you cope with the stress of being a midwife in the NHS? Tip number 1. This next common NHS midwife interview question assesses your ability to manage your workload and deal with the inevitable stress that comes with the position. Tip number 2, in your answer, talk about prioritising your work, how your calm demeanour helps you deal with stressful situations, and what you do outside work to maintain a healthy work-life balance. Here's my top scoring answer to help you pass your midwife interview. How would you cope with the stress of being a midwife in the NHS? I am very good at planning and organising my work. I have a naturally calm demeanour and take good care of myself outside of work. This means my energy and concentration levels are strong and my ability to absorb the inevitable stress of a midwifery role in the NHS is good. I also ensure I have a healthy work-life balance and participate in therapeutic activities outside the workplace to increase my longevity in the position. That's another really good answer. It shows that you are on top of stressful situations and you can be sure to deal with them as a midwife in the NHS. Here's the next interview question I want you to prepare for, and that is, what are the NHS values and when have you demonstrated them in your work as a midwife? This is a difficult but common NHS midwife interview question. Tip number 1. This next NHS midwife interview question is assessing 2 things: your knowledge of the NHS values and your experience relevant to them. And tip number 2. Think of situations you have been in where you demonstrated a commitment to quality of care, respect and dignity, worked with other healthcare professionals and improved lives through your work as a midwife. Here's my top scoring answer to help you. What are the NHS values and when have you demonstrated them in your work as a midwife? The NHS values are working together for patients, respect and dignity, commitment to quality of care, compassion, improving lives, and everyone counts. In my last midwifery position, I would ensure the basics were always adhered to. For example, curtains would be closed when a mother was changing, and I would listen to the views of fathers and families, ensuring their needs were catered for too. I have always treated everyone with the utmost respect, regardless of their circumstances or background. I will also often suggest improvements when I think a positive difference can be made to midwifery practices or safety and hygiene procedures. So that's a really good answer, and it shows that the work you've carried out previously aligns with the NHS values. It also shows that you know the NHS values, you know what they are, you are giving them right at the very start of your answer. That is a top tip. Make sure you learn the NHS values before you attend your midwifery interview. So the next thing to do, and there's two reasons, important reasons why you should do this, is click that link in the top right hand corner of the video. You should head through to my website, passmyinterview.com. The first reason is you can download my full set of 23 NHS midwife interview questions and top scoring answers in a PDF guide. And the second reason is you should go through to my website because on that page, I have given you 3 brilliant questions to ask at the end of your midwifery interview. So at the end of your midwife NHS interview, they will say to you, do you have any questions for us? I've given you 3 smart questions to ask on that page. Make sure you check them out. Also, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and please give the video a like. I really do appreciate your support. Thank you very much for watching, and I wish you all the best for passing your NHS midwife interview. Have a wonderful day.